2 Esdras, chapter 15. Behold, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in your mouth, says the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against you. Let not the incredulity of them trouble you that speak against you, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, says the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, says the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cries to me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, says the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive to me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fall through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein! For the sword and their destruction draws near, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Behold, says God, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, from Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as they do yet this day to my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus says the Lord God, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and has consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin, and keep not my commandments, says the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, you children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knows all them that sin against him, and therefore delivers he them to death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them. For God shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, Then these shall be troubled bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them, and in their host shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north to the south. And they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall strike one upon another, and they shall strike down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star. And blood shall be from the sword to the belly, and dung of men to the camel's knee. There shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then there shall come great storms from the south, and another part from the west, and strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east and west wind, shall be destroyed. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein. And they shall pour out every high and eminent place a horrible star, fire and hail and flying swords, and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and trees, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn, and they shall go steadfastly to Babylon, and make her afraid. And they shall come to her and besiege her, and the star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up to heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. And they that remain under her shall do service to them that have put her in fear. And you, Asia, who are partaker of the hope of Babylon, and are the glory of her person, woe be to you, you wretch, because you have made yourself like her, and have decked your daughters in whoredom, that they might please the glory of your lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with you. You have followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore says God, I will send plagues upon you, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste your houses with destruction and death. And the glory of your power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise that is set over you. You shall be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive you. Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against you, says the Lord, if you had not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of your hands, and saying over their dead, when you were drunk, set forth the beauty of your countenance? The reward of your whoredom shall be in your bosom. Therefore shall you receive recompense. Like as you have done to my chosen, says the Lord, even so shall God do to you, and shall deliver you into mischief. Your children shall die of hunger, and you shall fall through the sword. Your cities shall be broken down, and all that is yours shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst for water. You, as unhappy as you are, shall come through the sea and receive plagues again. And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of your land, and consume part of your glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. And you shall be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto you as fire, and shall consume you, and your cities, your land, and your mountains, all your woods, and your fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. Your children shall they carry away captive, and look, what you have, they shall spoil it, and mar the beauty of your face.